Hello and welcome to Fulton Street Beats. As you can see, we have our Jem Steve Vai Woody tribute guitar in front of us. And I've already did my fret leveling. We're going to polish these frets a little bit, and I want to let you guys know it's not something you should be. It's not a hard task. It's fairly simple. It's very easy as long as you got a good fretboard. There's no need. A lot of people tape these off, and I never quite understood why. Because when you're doing your frets, in my opinion, you're going to be really kind of polishing the fretboard up at the same time. So what you do is you're going to take, this is a 4-0 fine steel wool, and we're just going to take a piece of this steel wool, and we're going to start going over our frets. Now, I don't worry about the fretboard at all at this point, and we're going to shine them up and make them smooth. And this will also make the fretboard very smooth as well as the frets. And it only takes a couple passes and shines them right up nice. Really nothing to it. Easy peasy. And this guitar came very well right out of the box. The neck was really nice. So, but this really does help a lot with playability. Of course, smooth, buttery frets are a must. And it doesn't take much, and you can just tell by it's just so smooth now. As you can tell, it's not harming the fretboard at all. Now, while we're doing this, I want to give a shout out to Mike's Music Shop in Jonestown Road in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. They're a little shop that I recently became aware of, and I've ordered a few things from them through Reverb and on eBay. And really good customer service, so I'd like to give them a shout out. I don't know them personally, but when I receive packages, and what I've ordered for this guitar is the Mazio Dark Matter pickups, just like it's in the original Jem Woody, and I had to order these kind of in phases because they're pricey. So, but I keep ordering from them, and they always send like a box of goodies, decals, a little spinner for your tuning your guitar, or for your keys, your pegs, stuff like that. And that little bit goes a long way with me. That going the extra mile, you get a little extra box of goodies, and their prices are really good. So shout out to Mike's Music Shop in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Guys, if they said they stock over 5,000, they're gonna have an eBay store, Banjo Mike's. So yeah, reach out to them. I'll show you the card. And very good service, fast shipping, and a lot of care goes into packaging them and getting to your house safe. So I just want to give them a shout out. When I see a good little shop like that, I think it's worth it to let others know. At least that's my experience. These frets don't need a lot of work, so just a little bit here, just a little bit, and I hope you can see that. They're so much smoother. That's all it takes, is just a light little sanding. Now, what I'm going to do on this fretboard, you'll bear with me, hold on one, is take coconut oil and actually use it on the fretboard itself. Little dab will do you, but I just use a paper towel because it sinks into the paper towel pretty good. And we simply start wiping it in, and I put it on pretty heavy at first, and then we come back through and we wipe it off, and you'll see the fretboard immediately become very shiny and buttery smooth. We don't want to let it sit on for a long time, and I just keep coming back up here and grabbing more as I need it, working it into the fretboard. And our body work's done on this guitar, so this is one of the last steps that I do to the body. These inlays, this is was actually a kit, and it's a nice kit. It really is. It didn't require a lot of work, although I did put in a lot of work because tried to make it my own. And I'm going to run this up the edge, on the side, and then I simply flip it over. And then we just clean it up, rub it in nice, and I hope you can see how beautiful the fretboard becomes. And this is just been used for years, coconut oil, but a lot of people don't talk about it. It works very, very, very nice. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of open up my paper towel and flip it around a little bit so we can get the excess off here. All right, and I hope you can see the difference on camera. I hope you can really make that out and see that. Quite beautiful. And if it's not quite deep enough, you can rub some more in if you feel the need to. You can rub some more in, but I just want to make sure that it's all picked up. We don't want residue, or we don't want it oily. We just want it smooth and pretty. And that's what we did, and what a difference. What a huge difference. Just a little bit of time, a little fast time makes on your fretboard. This is a beautiful, beautiful fretboard. I actually can't believe that this quality came in a kit. So, yes, we have the new dark matter pickups that are going to be going in this. I'm waiting on 2 more right now to come. So we'll have our center dark matter too. We have our this was the hard one to find. This was the for the neck. For some reason, there's just not a lot of these out there, but we did find it, and I think it's going to really highlight this guitar. Some other things we're waiting on is we are waiting on the pick guard. Now I wasn't able to find, as you can see here, this actual woody pick guard. This is I don't know if it's a burl wood or whatnot. I can't find this exact pick guard. They just are not out there. I think I found one that may have sold a long time ago, and but it's just not available anymore. So what I did is I actually found a maple pick guard, and it was actually used, but it seems to be in good condition, and that just got shipped the other day. It should be here, I'm gonna guess tomorrow. And as soon as that gets here, we can start loading the pickup and getting it all set up and ready to wire and tune. I'm gonna have to. I have a pickup set up that's already pre-wired over here, and I just used an old pick guard to wire everything up, so I knew where everything was gonna go, and I simply will transfer everything over, desolder and transfer everything over. That way my wires are the right length and what have you. So I like to keep things very, very neat. But this turned out really well. I don't know if you can tell in this light with the computer, when I tried to pull off this color. Now, if you are familiar with this woody, it shifts color in different lights. So it goes from browns to reds, and I got it as close as I could with this type of grain in the mahogany. So it's a different type of mahogany that they use for this guitar. I believe it's a crotch mahogany on a lot of them, so it takes stain a bit differently, but I think it's going to be a beautiful guitar. Here's the back, and we have the trem system set up here, or getting ready to be set up. Super nice, and I sculpt the neck just a bit, just to make it kind of my style. But and there you have it. There you have it. And if you haven't seen, we got the Geiger tuners on here. They are a locking tuner also, makes things a bit easier. And for setup for this, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. And I learned something the other day. We always learn something. I watched a video of the guy who actually sets up Steve Vai's guitars. And you know, when we're doing our Floyd Roses, we just cut off the end of the string and we tuck them down and we run it up through. What he actually does is leaves the ball end on, and he runs them the ball end straight down through here, so the ball meets the tuner. And he takes all his strings, he gets them all ready, and he pulls them down to here, and he goes just past right here over to one side with them all, and gives them a little snip, and they're all the perfect length. And then he just tucks them in here and does a quick tune up top on the peg tuners, and he's all set to go. And he also makes sure that every one of the holes up here is straight. He doesn't like a lot of winds, and that's perfect because, well, we're using locking tuners anyhow, and I don't want a lot of winds either, just especially with the tremolo system. So we'll have another point of lock on the tuners themselves. I love Geiger tuners. I use them all the time. And of course we have our locking nut, and they'll be locked down here too. And as long as we can get this Floyd Rose to sit properly. Now a lot of people think that these are supposed to sit level. Well, that's not entirely true. That's going to be how you prefer your whammy bar, the distance you want it from the body. Okay, so you want this to float with a user. We don't want our whammy bar way up here, of course, right? And all whammy bars can be, some can be shaped different. For instance, with this Floyd Rose here, our whammy bar would be up even farther. But we want that whammy bar to sit at a level that we're comfortable with. And sometimes that means that this is not going to sit level. It's going to be up just a bit. So we're going to set this up. I want to set it up like Steve Vai's guitar. So we will look up the specs of where he has his height to his whammy bar, and that's where we'll set it. I've learned some cool tricks about setting the trem system, so it's pretty much ready to rock and roll while we're stringing it. So it'll be really cool. If you haven't checked that video out, I'm not sure the name of it, but it's Steve Vai's guitar guy. He's an old guy, and this guy knows his stuff so fast, and he works on all Steve Vai's guitars. Really cool video. So thanks for watching Fulton Street Beats. Just a quick fret polish and neck conditioning, basically. Fretboard conditioning, and there you have it again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job. This is shaping up to be one hell of a build, guys. Thank you. And hit that like button, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.